You need a motherfucking haircut too.
Oh, we live. Shit.
All right, now go play now.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Or as our people say, Happy New Year's.
Right. Happy.
Happy Happy New Year's.
Damn it.
You know what I mean? We in the building. We back. It's 2023.
Yes.
It's 2023. Man. So we've been pretty much, went through the holidays and so that way everybody could chill and relax and you know what I mean? Come
Yeah.
back with a new year. Got a lot of shit to talk about too now. Some things have happened in the past couple of weeks since the last time we was live. Some things have happened. And we got a lot of shit to talk about. So anybody want to come join us for the new year? Let's go. Come rap with us. Who is that saying what up, fellas? I can't see. Oh yeah. Troy, what up, Troy? Happy New Year to you. You know what I mean? Good prosperity. They performing on the 28th, right? For your birthday too, right?
Yeah. We got we got a few things that's changing that we got to discuss. But I'll talk about it next week.
What, as far as what the band, or you talking about the podcast, or
No, about the damn the party and the location and time and all that stuff.
okay. Word.
American Legion acting ill. I ain't even gonna get into it right now, but it might not even be there. Come think of it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What's up,
Absolutely.
everybody?
What's good? What's good, good people?
Happy New
In
Year.
the building.
Thanks
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, Leslie. We saying everything wrong this year. Happy New Year's. Hey, Jim, yes, sir. Hey, yo, I'm gonna rap with you tomorrow, but yes, I hold on. I'm trying to get to my live. I'm sorry, y'all. New Year, things is different. Things is different. You know what I mean? Here we go. Now I can see the comments. Yeah, Jim. Hey, Happy New Year's.
Two S's at the end.
You gotta add the S on the end. Or
Two
it ain't really from the hood. You know what I mean?
It's
Happy
two
New Year's. You from down 20. You better add the S on the end of that motherfucker. You serious?
Never.
You from down 20. I know a couple niggas from down 20 say Happy New Year's.
Still.
You know what I mean? I'm from Bywater. I know quite a few niggas from Bywater say Happy New Year's. Who said they don't celebrate the white man holiday? Hey, yo, Jim Wilder, yo. Hey, yo. Shit, hey, motherfucker, tell it. Hey, holiday, white man holiday.
Right.
But look, right? I'm gonna jump right into it because it's the latest thing that happened. Damar Hamlin fell out on the field.
Yeah.
Got hit NFL game. Skip Bayless made a tweet. Now, I'm gonna go to the tweet because I feel like we gotta say it. because you have people that are on both sides of the fence with the tweet. You have some that feel like it was disrespectful and he wasn't being sensitive to the player. And right, see, that's what I'm saying, Jim. A lot of people say that. Where was he wrong?
I tell you, he was wrong.
Okay, so go ahead, because like I said, I want to hear. I have an opinion about it, but it really it's an objective. But I want to hear what you think, because a lot of people take it as disrespect, and I understand why. I get it. I absolutely get it.
All right, here's why it's disrespectful. First off, the situation was fresh, and he's a veteran. He's been doing this for years. And one thing they need to know that a veteran knows is about timing. When is a good time to say something and when is a good time to shut the fuck up? Skip don't give a fuck. That's why everybody don't care. No, it ain't got shit to do with him being white, but we always turn shit into a racial situation. But Skip, if that was Tom Brady, it would have been a whole different story. But I'm just saying in general, if it was Shannon Sharpe that did it, it still would have been insensitive. Because, like I said, first off, he's in a high position. He has a platform. And people worrying about the young man's health. Ain't nobody worrying about ain't nobody even worrying about the NFL at that moment. So him saying that is kind of like, so who cares about his health? It's the end of the season. We need to figure out what's going to make the playoffs right for us. So, yeah, he was totally wrong. And it's because of his position that he's in, and they get paid for that stuff. So it showed no compassion or empathy. Because what if it was him? Or what if he was on stage right there, him and Shannon fussing, and he just dropped? Everybody gonna be worrying about that he fell out. They ain't gonna be worrying about that him and Shannon was fussing. So it's like you gotta be able. We think on this earth, we think it's okay to say anything that comes to our mind. That's why the world's so fucked up and everybody's so ignorant. It's not always good to say everything that comes to your fucking head.
People, do you agree we can say whatever we want?
You can say whatever you want, but there's always consequences with it. And sometimes you got to just fall back sometimes. It was insensitive, bro.
Listen, completely agree. I'm looking at, and then I went back and looked, and that wasn't the only tweet he made, though.
No, I saw all that shit.
Yeah, he made 3 other tweets before that, and all of them was basically saying, giving his opinion on what happened, and the tragedy is that.
That's right. He was talking about the player. He wasn't talking about the NFL. He was talking about the player.
Right. Now, I'm gonna read the tweet. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant.
That's a slick ass way of putting that, bro. You gotta be kidding me if you can't see some bullshit through that. Oh my God, that's slick.
I agree that it was a badly worded tweet. Absolutely. I feel like at that point, whatever the NFL's concerns were shouldn't be important at all. I feel like at that point was a time for everybody to speak about and pray for and send positive energy towards Hamlin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, you have some people that think didn't really say nothing bad. I'm saying, and what I'm saying is wrong because of the timing of it.
And that's slick talking.
That's it was slick wrong, talk, bro. Like, it was like I'm not. Listen, I'm not disagreeing. The shit was wrong regardless. Like some shit, like you said, some shit you just don't say. Some shit you just don't discuss. Some shit you just don't do. You know what I mean? I agree with it 100%.
If he had hurt his Achilles, or twisted his ankle, or hurt his knee, that shit wouldn't have been that insensitive. His life is on the line. Even if he fuck around and come back, he might not ever. If he's come out of his situation, he might not never. He's never gonna play football again. That's all I'm saying. If it was a knee injury, if it was, something like that, but this dude laying on the ground, struggling for his life, and you have a conversation about how the magnitude of the playoffs. I mean, of the regular season towards the playoffs. Get the fuck out of here. He put those other words in there to ease that by people. My dude's evil, yo. Them dudes evil. You see what he said? He wasn't gonna come back on his stuff. Did you see the interview of him and Shannon Sharpe today?
I watched. I caught a little clip of it.
Yep. Him and Shannon was fussing.
Yeah, I mean, like he was wrong. Like I in no way am agreeing with or saying that what Skip Bayless said was okay or right.
Somebody had put a post up. I ain't gonna say his name, but he a younger dude. He ever want to do is back and forth battle with everything, and they making like we can't comprehend or we can't read. The thing is, you want to see things your way, but he said that shit in some slick ass way.
It's like I said,
it don't make sense.
Regardless of what he meant when he said it,
he clearly stated what he meant.
Right. Regardless of what he said, for me, it was about even bringing the NFL into it. It was that's where I say it was wrong.
He was talking about the
ain't nobody let Jerry Jones get a pass. Like I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Jerry Jones, niggas was cussing Jerry Jones off, still cussing.
Yeah, like everybody knows what the fuck he did. Like ain't nobody give Jerry. I ain't give him a pass. I think when we talked about it, we was all like, "Fuck Jerry Jones."
I mean, the media takes everything that we do and blow that shit out of proportion. And then when some white rich dude do it, it's basically looked at okay. I mean, Dana White just slapped all the shit out of his wife.
Right.
Like shit. I ain't seen no fucking coverage of that.
Oh, you're not going to.
But then everybody had the Ray Rice joint. That bitch was on repeat for 10, 20 days.
Oh yeah.
The Jay-Z and the girl slap. That shit was on. Michael Vick gets his whole career destroyed for fighting some dogs. The shit with Tank. I was coming to it because I just got finished watching some shit with Tank. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean and I agree. Like the media spins what they want and they give the images that they want and they play the narrative that they want. You know what I mean? Like, and that part I totally agree with. If that had been a different player, like you said, that had been Tom Brady, which I feel like Skip Bayless is stay on his nutsack. But if that had been Tom Brady, I don't believe Skip Bayless would have made a tweet like that. But one thing I do like that you said was it would have been bad regardless of who tweeted it.
Right. It ain't got shit with them being white. It's insensitive, and it was very like, why are you talking about the playoffs right now? That's all I'm saying.
Facts. Big facts.
I get it. You know, I read some. I'm telling you, I read some comments and some of these. Happy New Year's, everybody that's just coming in. I read some comments. I'm gonna tell you what you gotta do when you see these posts and shit. You gotta go down and read the comments because all the black people that agree with them try to act like other black people can't comprehend. All the white people that agree with them just like, yo, why we gotta stop? Like, all we are entertainment to them. Why we gotta stop the football game because of this? You know, this is what they're saying down low in the comment sections. So it's like you can tell the difference. You don't even gotta see the person's profile picture. All you gotta do is read what they wrote. They just saying the most terrible things that to me only they could say. I mean, one dude, people was lighting his ass up like, yo, that's crazy that you would say that. Just get him off the field and let the game go. Because his team was one of the teams that might get put out. That might get put out if one of those teams lose. But that's what's important.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why the media that way with us is because we continue to watch these shows. We continue to support everything they do, even when they fuck up. With the way that they've been handling stuff lately with Barkley, Shaq, and all them, black people shouldn't even be watching those. But we so addicted to sports that we can't even stand up for shit like that or stand against it. And you don't gotta stop it forever. But if you stop watching that shit for a little bit, or you start spending money with them for a little bit, it'll hurt their pockets and they'll start realizing that they gotta do shit differently. But we so addicted to, we always forgiving them. We let them say what they want about our celebrities, put us in fucked up situations all the time. But and then we still support their brand.
Facts.
As soon as Michael Vick did that shit, everybody wanted. When Michael Vick got back in the league, people was destroying him.
Facts.
That shit crazy.
Facts. Big facts.
We always backing with them. That's how they end up taking the whole entire continent over. Cause we so inviting. We so inviting to them for some reason. We need them. We need all their abuse. We need all their mistreatment, and we still gonna go buy their shit.
And this is something we speak about a lot when we on here too, yo. Yeah. Hey, Columba, if you want to join the conversation, yo, let me know. I'll send you the link. But this is something we speak about a lot on here, yo.
It's more out in the opening than ever. I post shit all the time to show y'all. Like, I see all these skits, you know. It's every time you turn around, it's some white dude or white woman assaulting a black child, or a white dude assaulting a black woman. Every fucking time I turn around. And it's just like we just keep letting that stuff happen. I just posted something where they were showing that how violence amongst our people is at a higher rate. And amongst us and amongst everybody else. They whip mad kids' ass at swimming pools. They whip mad kids' asses at school. They slapping the shit out of our women.
That was crazy. That shit with the swimming pool shit, yo. Like that, like it's, and they only do that to the kids.
They letting them go too. Like remember the kid, the one I sent you where the kid got shot?
And they dropped the charges.
They dropped the charges, but not. Did you watch the whole video? That dude free. He walking around that community that they live in. He still, the boy mother still see him on a regular. And that's why people that do attempted murders get more time. Because they don't want you to be able to see the family or be able to do nothing. Now, this dude murdered her son and still walking around in the same community. She can't even get a what's the name against him? The protective order against him. It's crazy.
Nah, I'm not. Yeah, we live, Tierra, on YouTube too.
But soon somebody grabs some street justice, soon as you tell somebody to get some street justice, they suspend you from Facebook. You know, they doing all this shit. Police said you're inciting. Man, get the fuck out here.
That's the good part about our shit. It don't matter because we say whatever the fuck we want.
If that dude had killed my son and was walking around Naples, Maryland, I would have. Man, I don't think I would have shot him. I would have took something and like brutalized his ass and be like, oh shit, I was scared he was gonna get me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm serious.
Right.
You just walking around the community.
Yeah. You said too many Martins and not enough Malcolms. Yeah, Jim, because ain't shit gonna happen to him. Doobie says nothing new. It's not surprising. But that's the thing too. Like what role do we play in changing that? You know what I mean? Like we all pretty much on all of these comments. I'm gonna go through the comments. This Doobie said nothing new. Why does it surprise you? White privilege will never change. This Jim. Shit ain't gonna happen to him. This is Jim right? Too many Martins, not enough Malcolms. Oh yeah, absolutely, Tierra. We more mature in 2023. We live on YouTube too. Yes, yeah, we a little bit more mature now. You know what I mean? We ready to get sponsorships and shit. So we got to be a little, we're gonna still talk this shit, but it is what it is on that. But yeah, I agree. So okay, now that we all understand, so what? How do we fix the narrative? How do we change it? What do we do? Like, where do we go? You know what I mean? Like, we know that this is something that we've been dealing with forever and probably are going to continue to deal with.
Let me ask you this. Why is it that if somebody did something to somebody from 20, somebody from, say, you from Bywaters, I'm from 20. Somebody did something to somebody from 20 from Bywaters, we go and hunt their ass down. Black on black crime. Well, soon as somebody else from a different race do something to us, we act like the police got to get them. The police don't always got to get them. If you protecting your own, you don't got to worry about them getting got.
Which is how
you do it with the gang shit.
Which is
all these gangs getting locked up, all these gang members getting locked up, protecting each other. But then a white dude or even a bad police officer come in your community and beat the shit out your brother or shoot your brother in the head, and ain't nobody do nothing. But you will shoot me for writing a rap song about you. But you'll let a bad police bust your ass or kill your brother, slap the shit out your mother. They got one police officer. No, check this shit out. A couple police in Texas, they pulling over women and telling them they gotta give them pussy so they can beat their charges. Ain't nobody doing nothing to them. But 90% of all rappers that died by gunshot by somebody black. The fuck out of here. Who you scared of?
Actually said they don't be worried about the consequences of black on black crime.
No.
Black on black violence either. Yeah.
Why would the police? We begged the police to be defunded. I was just saying that if we sue them, it should come out of their money. But what I'm saying is, the police is running around here letting crime just happen now in our communities. And we know that they're leaning on that shit, so we doing too much. All that shit that's Young Slime Life crew did. Now they in court, they telling on each other. Everybody like, oh, they shouldn't tell on them. They shouldn't tell on them. He ain't even got some of them niggas lawyers. Niggas ain't even got lawyers. They rich. Motherfuckers getting rich. It looked like to me like motherfuckers is getting rich to get locked the fuck up. Because everybody that's being rich right now is doing some dumb ass shit.
Big facts. It's like that situation with Young Thug, like that shit is crazy. And everybody telling.
A lot of them people ain't got nothing to do with that shit though. Some of them people are just record label people.
True shit. Like and see, this is where reality and
that's right.
This is where reality and entertainment meet. And we really find out who know what and who really a part of what. No, not yet, Tierra. I definitely was gonna bring that up though. But talk about who, you know what I mean? Like telling them, like for me, when I can't remember who said it, but when you are blessed like they are to be rich, like that's God telling you to get away from the other shit. That's God giving you the means to get away from this shit because he pretty much already see that where you going with the shit. So when you do that and you still continue to keep one foot in, or you think that just because you give a motherfucker some money and it don't, you know what I mean? You ain't, my man asked me for $5,000. If you know your man's out there, whatever, you know he probably asking for that money unless he specifically tell you for some shit for whatever. But that's that thin line, that survivor's remorse thing, yo. Like people, a lot of people say that that's not really a big thing amongst black people, but it is. Like, we'll risk losing millions of dollars.
Everything.
We'll risk losing millions of dollars and our freedom in order to give money to somebody that we know 75% of the chance might use it for something fucked up that could get them caught and brought back to us with a RICO charge. Because that's why they're using the RICO charge now. They're not going to be able to prove certain shit that they're trying to prove about Young Thug. But what they're going to say is, nigga, you knew and you let it happen.
That's 300 witnesses against that nigga.
You knew and you let it happen. Like, and that's what they're getting them on now.
Yeah, Jim, you right. That rap money don't last long. Most of them got money and assets in signed contracts. So they count their money like, I gotta finish these albums. You already got 3 albums on the table. You know what I'm saying? But you got finished 4 more to get that paper. To get all of your money, you know what I mean? Because that's how they said Biggie died. They said Biggie died flat broke because he had the album out, but he didn't get all his money and stuff yet from Junior Mafia and everybody. So it was
Puffy owned his publishing,
but he still was supposed to get his money, but he didn't get his money yet. So his money was actually in the process of being given to him.
That's crazy. But
go ahead.
That's why the understanding of publishing and royalties is important for any artist. Before you go sit down and try to sign a deal, learn about publishing, learn about ASCAP and BMI, learn about royalties and how royalties are paid out, learn about publishing. You know what I mean? You can start a publishing company for $150. you can start your own publishing company through ASCAP or through BMI. You know what I mean? So
they make them niggas, they know they're gonna fuck up. They make them niggas sign insurance policies before they even sign them. You gotta sign an insurance policy. So if anything happened to you, you fucking up. Because if anything happened to you, you fucking up future money for the corporation. That's the same reason why they consider themselves as being wealthy. So they actually getting borrowed. They actually are borrowers until all they shit come through. So they basically lending you money until all your shit come through. Even with Tory Lane, like Tory Lane father made that big outburst about Jay-Z and all them setting him up and all that shit. Where was y'all at when Tory Lane was doing all this dumb shit?
And my question, like, I'm gonna ask this, since everybody watching, we're gonna go ahead and go right into this. We talk about Tory Lanez, this whole shit. Do y'all think he shot her?
I do.
You think he shot her?
Listen, they just played a video of a recording of him in jail calling the chick. He on the phone like, I took 5 shots soon as I walked in the door. I don't know what happened. They gave me too much liquor. I did this. So he asking, where Megan at? Is y'all at the hospital? Is she okay? All this shit. I don't remember nothing. And the chick on the phone like this. I don't know. A lot went on. I don't know. A lot went on. You know how motherfucker avoiding conversation. Yeah, you need this. That's what I'm telling you. When that shit come out, you need to listen to everything. He did do that shit, yo. You need it's on YouTube now. It's a joint where though he was on the phone the night after it happened, the night that it happened, and he was trying to find out if Megan was all right, and he was kept on saying, I had 5 shots instantly. Soon as he walked in the party, they gave him 5 shots soon as he walked in the door. These niggas buy the most expensive liquor that's on the market and take 5 shots instantly of it.
He was apologizing just for the whole night, for everything going the way it went. He said he wasn't apologizing for shooting her or shooting her. He said he was apologizing for the way the night went. Now,
did you hear that conversation we just talking about?
I heard the conversation when he was.
That nigga guilty as a bitch, son.
She said, Tiara said he was baited to shoot her.
Yeah, he did that shit.
But the dude, he said, I think he shot her from fucking all her old niggas. But honestly, from what I've seen and everything I've read about it and watched about it, I think that he was trying to take the gun, or him and the girl was arguing over the gun and shot her. Now, they got gunshot residue on him. They got gunshot residue on her. They had more gunshot residue on her than on him. They got her DNA on the gun. They have other DNA on the gun, but it wasn't verified as his. Like,
why you walking around with an unregistered gun?
The eyewitness said he saw the girl shoot first, and then he saw Tory Lanez shoot.
Man,
that's what he said. That's what he said. He said he saw the girl shoot first. Now, the question is, was the shot done fighting over the gun? Did the girl already have possession of the gun? Before, like, that's all I'm saying. I feel like a better lawyer could have got him out that shit. That's what I
don't think so. He was guilty. It was too many motherfucking twists and turns.
Exactly. So that's why. How is it so easy? I think he taking the charge, but I honestly don't think that he shot her. Now, he's for with all the other shit. Yes, you discharging the weapon because he got charged with discharging the weapon. He got charged with public endangerment or some shit or public intox. All of that shit, yes. But I think the shooting go to the girl, yo. I think the girl did it, yo. I think the girl shot her because they was already beefing about the shit. You knew the girl had made a diss song, right? About Meg Thee Stallion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they already had some tension brewing, apparently, before this happened. And this shit just came to a head at this party because Tory Lanez made it clear that he was another one that had fucked behind her.
Look at all the shit he like. The thing that disgusts me the most, see, man, is I have people getting rich off doing something that they love. They're getting away from the hood. They're getting away from all this shit that we got to see every fucking day we come home.
Facts.
And they getting wealthy and dying. Man, the nigga Tick, I don't know none of these niggas. I'm watching all this shit. It's a nigga named Tick with Young Slime Life. In one of the songs, Young Thug say, yeah, she getting robbed from Tick. That shit is getting him locked up. And he just pleaded guilty to that shit. It's in a fucking song. I shot at another one. I shot at his mother. Now he ain't speaking on me or some shit no more. That pleading guilty to that shit.
Listen.
Tory Lane,
reality.
All of them niggas is just like every time I turn around, I never knew who Tory Lane was until I heard him sing. I forgot the name of the song that I love by that nigga. I ain't know who the fuck he was.
I had him and Bryson Tiller mixed up.
I had
Tory Lanez and Bryson Tiller mixed up. I couldn't have told you the fuck Tory Lanez was until I had it figured out.
I look again, this nigga running around here. I thought that bitch was a gangster rapper or something, all the shit he doing. I was tripping like, man, who the fuck is this? I forgot his name of the song, but man, I watch too much of this shit now, and I watch it for this damn podcast. The dude, that was a dude a while ago, right? He had set down rappers. I forgot this dude now. I'm gonna find it. And he told Young Thug them all the shit they doing, stop doing all this crazy shit. Because
Wallow, 5-6
you seen it?
$1 million worth of game. Yeah, him and Gilly.
That's right. Told them that he basically told him that he's gonna be in the shit he in right now.
Yeah, he did.
He told him if he don't change his ways, he gonna be in the shit, and he's in it.
Absolutely agree. 100% agree. He did, and like it's crazy how they showed that clip now once he started going through that shit he was going through. But he did, yo. He called that shit. Yeah, Bobby Shmurda, but Bobby Shmurda also ate a charge so that his homeboy didn't have to. Regardless of what he said in the song. Yeah, he did. He pretty much did. But I mean, I don't know who, glorifying him. Like, but
hey, I ain't never even heard a song by half these niggas.
You know Bobby Shmurda, the hot nigga song.
Man, I can't even. I watched this nigga in a video. In videos. I don't know them. I don't know they songs.
That's crazy.
I see a nigga. I can't understand a fucking thing that nigga say.
Tierra said they put them in jail so they don't have to pay him. Killing them would be too obvious.
That's right. That's what. Look, when the motherfucker They wondering how is people getting paid hits for killing rappers. And all right, let me tell you this one story. This dude, right, came into the industry. And when he got into the industry, he came in as a basic rapper. The motherfuckers told him that he ain't gonna get signed if he stay with that type of rap. They like him, so they made him change his whole gear. The dude told him he got slaughtered, make his pants hang off his ass, all types of shit, right? Come find out, the record label that he signed with is owned by the same company. So 2 record labels are owned by the same company, and they made beef up between 2 rappers. The record companies made this beef up, bro. Made them write diss tracks, and all this shit. And both of the rappers are dead as shit right now.
You know, some people believe that Death Row Records was set up to create the conflict that it created, yo. A lot of people feel like Death Row was set up to create a rift again until they found out that all of the Crips and Bloods was working together at Death Row. But a lot of them was saying that shit, yo. A lot of people was saying that they felt like Death Row was like on some other shit, yo, like what they was doing. But they also have said, remember, people that posted about the story supposedly that happened back in the 90s, where there was this big meeting with all the record executives, and they sat down and decided that they was going to push a narrative, and the narrative was going to be that they promote a type of music that would create a lifestyle that would put black people in jail so that they can make money with the prisons.
It worked to a T. Whoever decided to do that was the smartest person, was super intelligent, because it worked to a T. It was like putting motherfucking fish on a line. I mean, a worm on a line and going fishing, because it worked to a T. Rap music is destroying more lives than it is helping. It's motherfucking rappers just dying. The funny shit to me, I don't think it's funny, but it is kind of funny. If you watch any of their rap videos, they always do the same dance. They always got the guns pointed out or their fingers triggered up, and they always talk about can't nobody kill them, and then next week them bitches be dead as a motherfucker.
Yo, listen, Tierra, I was watching something the other day on YouTube about this. Same with Bad Boy. Every single person around Diddy dead right now, and Al B. Sure fighting for his life. Now listen, a lot of people say that Diddy had insurance policies on his artists too.
All of them doing it.
A lot of people feel like, and I'm telling people to look this up on YouTube yourself. His name is Kurt Burrows.
That's right.
Kurt Burrows used to be the president of Bad Boy Records. Kurt Burrows has said quite a few times that when Biggie died, Biggie did not want to be in LA. That he was coerced by Diddy to go to LA. He wanted to go to London, and that Diddy cut his budget for London so that he could stay in LA. Now,
Keith Murray said that shit too, yo.
Who?
Keith Murray. Keith Murray been on the podcast wild and fuck out. But go ahead, my bad.
A lot of people said that Diddy knew that they had a problem out there.
Oh yeah.
That
the whole world
was telling him that he needed more security and he wouldn't get more security. They also say that there was a meeting held in New York that Diddy should have been a part of, because they was trying to start Death Row East. Because there's 2 versions of Hit 'Em Up. The Tupac song Hit 'Em Up is 2 different versions.
Yeah. All the Outlaws was on one.
All the Outlaws was on one. Then the one with Tupac on it was the one that they redid because they had to specify who he was talking about. Because they wanted to start to remember, and there's a clip of Tupac talking about starting Death Row East. You can go find all of this shit. But anyway, a lot of people feel like there was a big meeting where gangster rap was going to be pushed to promote a prison pipeline, because privatized prisons was starting to become real big in the 90s. And then they signed that 90s crime bill. Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders. You know what I mean?
This one nasty.
So it was a lot to that. And I agree, though, like a lot of these rappers now, like Tierra said, it's rather than killing them, it's easier to just lock them up, take them away from the money.
Nah, it's better to kill them. I got insurance policies on, bro. Them niggas can't get record deals without insurance policies. Man, I couldn't believe I saw that shit. Well, it's a catch-22. Also, because you know when most of those business people got money into the jail, so it's hard to say that.
Facts.
Yeah, it's hard to say that. I'm wrong about that because it could go both ways. Because the more they're in jail, the more stock. That's one stock that's gonna always be up.
Listen, I was talking about that at work, and we was just talking about like the difference, like a person that kills people the same way is usually called what?
A serial killer.
Why haven't they labeled black people that have done that serial killers?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can reform a serial killer. Most of them don't get reformed, but when you have a serial killer, it's another something behind it. Mentally, it's a mental issue behind it, emotional issue behind it. They would have to tap into the fact that goes on very, very, very heavily in the cities. Look at somebody like Wayne Perry, who went to prison for the killings. If he had been labeled a serial killer, like it changes when you change that kind of shit. Like they don't call shootings in the hood mass shootings. What they call them?
Yeah, drive-bys.
Drive-bys.
Everything is wording.
You know what I mean? So when we really sit back and look at that, and we look at that aspect of it, it makes complete sense. And the prison, the entertainment, because I'm gonna say I think it is an entertainment to prison pipeline, especially with all of these RICO charges that a lot of these rappers is getting caught up in. Look at Sue Surf, the battle rapper. A battle rapper.
But look what he did.
What did Sue Surf do though?
The nigga was selling drugs online. They had a reign of selling drugs on social media. It's the shit that they doing. it don't make no sense to me. Them niggas selling drugs online, bruh. Like goddamn when you order Nikes from the Nike outlet. I'm telling you, yo. You need. That's the thing.
I'm gonna go look more at the Sue Surf shit. I just thought he got caught up being around at a concert with some motherfuckers.
That all of them. He did. That's exactly what he did. But look into what he did.
But yeah, like
these niggas doing the dumbest shit to me is so crazy. It's so crazy. They so dumb. They so young and dumb, bruh. Check this shit out. They so young and dumb that they actually getting caught on jail telephones, calling out hits, talking to their girls about shit that they did. They been told you years ago that they were recording on everybody's phone conversations.
Big facts.
These niggas so young and so stupid that they don't know what the fuck they have no clue.
That's crazy. Like when you really, really look at the things that they're getting caught for and getting in trouble for.
Insanity.
It's like, why? But again, like I said, for me, it goes back to that whole survivor's remorse thing. It goes back to that. I'm gonna really feel better if I support. I'm gonna look like a real nigga if I support somebody from my hood.
See,
but again, we know that that's insanity. Like you said, it's insane. It's insane. But that's the mentality. Like you get some money, and like Jim said earlier too, most motherfuckers from the hood, a label come to you and say, "I'm gonna sign you for 100,000." Yeah, I'll take it. Fucking right, sign. I want to sign for 100,000, and then take that 100,000 and go right back to the block with it.
They don't get none of that shit. This is what they doing. This how dumb this shit is. If a motherfucker gonna walk up to you and charge you 100,000, how much money you think you can make without him?
Absolutely, 10 times.
Soulja Boy did that shit with the dumbest motherfucking song. All that shit. Soulja Boy broke the mold for everybody. They want fast money that don't last long. If they gonna just out the blue call you right up and say we got this much money for you, that means you can make way more money by yourself.
Big facts.
Nobody say.
Big
but
facts.
The shit that they do, look, they locking all these little niggas up, right? And they say, well, I'm not part of a gang. And then they'll have YSL, gang life, we love gang. They looking at everything they doing has been self-snitching. They writing songs. One dude just was on the it was a nigga just now was on the YouTube, right?
Uh-huh.
Somebody killed his cousin. That motherfucker rolled around like this. Fuck y'all. Where y'all at? I'm looking for ops right now. I'm gonna kill everybody, showing the gun and everything. And rolled up on the dudes and killed them. But he just was on YouTube.
That's crazy.
Like these dudes are everything they doing is self-snitching. Who is it? Is it Bobby Shmurda and one of the Blueface on YouTube? One minute they cussing everybody out, beat each other up. Then they talking about they cool. Next thing you know, they all into some shit.
Yeah, your boy and that girl, him and that girl stay wrecking on fucking social media, yo.
Yeah, her people saying it's fucked up that he knocked her dad out, but her dad popped him.
Yo, I saw the whole thing. Yeah, like
he was very cool with that shit, right?
I get it, but like the way they like it, that conversation never started off as a good conversation.
Not at all.
The tension was high from the moment that conversation started, and he was like, and I heard him say it. If y'all want to talk about it, we can talk about it. He said, but y'all sitting here telling me that I'm wrong for defending myself, but when she hit me, it's okay for her to hit me. And the father said, yeah, because she's a woman.
Shit.
The father said, I walked to the hospital with a knife in my arm.
But he also said he hit the woman first.
Exactly.
So
I thought the brother stole them. I didn't think the father stole them. I thought it was the nigga in green that stole on him.
No, it was the father popped off. Pop, pop. He just popped him
and then he ran up, caught the father though, and slumped his ass. Yeah. Like he said, yeah, how you like get swung on and don't see it coming. Real shit. But that man, I'm not a Blueface fan. Trust me, you couldn't tell me the first song that the nigga ever did.
I don't know none of them niggas' music.
But when I saw that video, he definitely was like, if y'all want to talk, we can talk. We don't have to do it like this. If y'all want to talk, we can talk. We don't have to do it. Why y'all yelling? We not talking, y'all. So he did try to.
Yeah, but they came out there for that shit though.
You know what I mean?
Her family came out there for that because even though dude was
he flew him out there,
huh?
Because he flew him out there, didn't he? Or he took her to see them.
I don't know. I don't know that part. I ain't never even heard of Blueface. I was just scrolling through, right? And I saw the shit. So I watched it and I was like, okay, this is the dude they talking about. You know, he just whipped up on somebody's ass in Baltimore. That nigga wilding. Somebody was at a nightclub, like he on probation or some shit, right? If you look on YouTube, he just knocked the bitch out in Baltimore. That nigga wilding, yo.
Like, yo, these dudes really be
millionaire dummies, yo.
Millionaire dummies. Like, yo, like, I don't get it, but if that's what you want to do with your life, then hey.
I was feeling sorry for them niggas at first. I don't feel sorry for them.
And for me, I gotta see what happened to determine whether or not I have empathy for the situation or not. Because like you said, some of these motherfuckers just stupid.
This is why I don't feel nothing for them. Y'all be getting off murder charges, beating murder raps. Y'all be getting off beating big ass drug charges, and then go back to the same situation. When do you grow up and say this?
I'm not a good.
Who was it? What's old boy in YSL? He actually up for a murder charge, so he ain't gonna speak on. I forgot his name. I can't remember all these little niggas' names, but he was saying they was like, well, if he get out, what's his best move? His best move is to move away from where he is. That's the only way he gonna survive. They always running straight back to where they got in trouble.
Yeah, real shit.
He's been in so much shit. His dad gonna speak up. I hate to keep bringing him up because his dad pissed me off. His dad blaming Jay-Z, blaming everybody else for all the shit that he in. I can't stand Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z is a crook. I think Jay-Z did the same shit to black people, black entertainers, as the white man did to him. And I hate his ass for it. But you do not see Jay-Z in a club in New York City. You do not see Jay-Z running around over in Queenstown in no average club. The man said, listen, all right, I made it out of that shit. I'm not going to go back there. Why would you go back where you made it from to get murdered?
Real shit.
Or to put yourself in a situation where you will have to murder somebody.
Real shit. Agreed, 100%.
You got $1 million. Why are you in a $1,000 place?
To go and show that you got $1 million.
We already know you got $1 million worth of jewelry on your neck.
I gotta go back to niggas in the hood can see it.
Yo, these motherfuckers got $1 million jewelry, right? Wearing it to the club, and whole time a bitch can break in their house. Do anything they do make sense? How can you break into my house if I got $1 million worth of jewelry on? You ain't never hear a motherfucker breaking in Prince's house.
Facts.
Elton John. You ain't never hear nobody breaking in Never Never Land. Them bitches got security. Come on, man. Like, a bitch just broke in Nas' house. How'd he get in Nas' house? And Nas got $1 million worth of shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, my shit would be locked down like Fort Knox.
I mean, a lot of people don't put much energy into it because they feel like
they from the hood.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to nobody gonna fuck with me. I'm such and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it's a motherfucker looking like I can't wait to rob such and such when I catch him slipping. You know what I mean? But I honestly, yo, I can't take. I can't even front. I don't even listen to none of them rappers no more. I don't listen to none of them rappers, yo. I be listening to motherfucking Griselda. Them niggas wild. Conway and Benny the Butcher and them.
I know more dead rappers than I do live rappers.
That's crazy, right?
I watch so much shit. I know more dead rappers now than I don't even be knowing their names. They be saying their songs, and I be like, I never even heard the fucking song. What kills me about it, yo, is when I watch these videos of these young dudes, man. This is heartbreaking to me. They always talk about, like when they was talking about King Von, what's the dude that got killed on the highway? Mo 3. They all talked about how quick they came up from having nothing to just blowing straight up, right? And then all they was doing was everything it took to get killed. They blew up that quick, got all that money that quick, and only thing they did in their daily life was find a way to get themselves killed. They did everything they could to die.
That's wild, yo. When you think about it,
cops and shit, nigga, they ran up on him in broad daylight, chased him on the highway. Get out, run up to the car with the guns and shoot him in broad daylight on a highway. One little shorty, they followed him to the motorcycle joint. He buying a motorcycle. He got $50,000 on him. His name something XXXXX.
Oh, triple Temptation.
Yeah.
He was a real heavy motivational one. Like he really spoke out for a lot of shit too, yo. Like them motherfuckers. That
nigga was ready to go on the run. he tried to get all his money out the bank at one time, right? He tried to get a big, large ass sum of money to get out the bank at one time. Then he went to a motorcycle dealership, and these dudes followed him out there and killed his ass, tried to take his money and killed him. They think he set his own self up to get killed. Young dude, he was crazy as a bitch. All he kept on. I'm gonna tell you, you know what? Did you ever finish watching hip hop joints, the hip hop murder joints?
I watched Chinx Drugs joint.
Yeah, all of them the same way, right? All them niggas blew up quick. They had so much bread. Just imagine, I don't even know these dudes. I didn't know them until they died. Biggie said, "You're nobody until somebody kills you." Them niggas.
And to know that he died over some bullshit, like
all of them.
He wasn't even supposed to fucking die, yo.
Who?
Like Biggie, like
yeah.
He wasn't even supposed to. He died to cover up the reason that Tupac died, yo. Like that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. And the one motherfucker that everybody think had something to do with it, they have shit to do with it.
Nah, that was all a part of the setup.
Suge Knight ain't have shit to do with the murder of neither one of them niggas. Suge Knight was the main target.
Puffy had, I think that shit was Puffy. Man, they should. They talking about
the main target.
Jaguar, a Jaguar chick. She spilled so much shit about Puffy. Christopher Williams.
Right.
Talk about Christopher Williams. They caught Christopher Williams sucking that man dick and everything.
Yo.
Puffy openly gay.
Don't wake me.
Puffy openly gay.
Hakeem Akbar, the college educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB.
Right.
You know what I mean? But nah, like I honestly, yo, like it's not you. They won't promote an artist that can motivate. They do have some there because you can't take away from Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. Like them dudes is great at what they do. You know what I mean? Chance the Rapper. You know what I mean? Your boy, they say your boy got some new gear coming out, Kanye.
Mm-hmm. I told y'all, people was fighting me on that shit where they were saying that trade hurt Yeezy more than it hurt. I mean, it hurt. I said that it hurt Adidas more than it hurt Yeezy.
Absolutely.
Adidas still got Yeezy shoes that they can't get rid of, like $500 million. They ain't making the sales. People clowning the shoes that they coming out with because all they did, like he gonna be able to sue them bitches. They took his name off him and off the shoe.
They own the design. He had to give them ownership of the design in order to do what he wanted to do originally. This is another reason why people gotta stop doing that shit because one of the things he got caught up on was some of those designs they don't. Since he a mastermind at what he do with that shit, he gave them designs for the future. And he didn't get paid for them because he got them lined up. That's what the rappers and shit doing with their money. Ye should have been smarter than that. But Ye don't care anymore because he wanted out. Like, you know, he wanted out of that shit anyway. You was right when you said I seen some other things, right? And you was right when you said that he a couple of weeks before, and then there was a dude that was talking about him saying that Ye mastermind the whole plan, and then he's like, I can't believe y'all ain't see it because on this show and Adidas won't even cancel me. He pulled their card because he knew they were gonna be able. He knew what they was gonna do. So he did the whole thing on purpose. He didn't want anything to do with the motherfucker. I mean, it's still worth $400 million. So
he probably worth more than that.
He ain't losing. He lost a nice little bit, but he can if he shut the fuck up and get back, I just don't exactly tear the intellectual property, yo.
Yeah.
That shit is important. And that's why I say, yo, like, before I say, if somebody comes to me and say, yo, we want to do the podcast, we're going to give you this. Nah. We'll do the podcast.
Yeah, you come on.
This is what we need from y'all. There will be no owners of Let Me Talk other than T. Allen, Mikey Somerville. That's it. You know what I mean? Yes, absolutely we'll take sponsors, absolutely we'll take investors, and that's what it would be. It will be an investment. That don't mean you get to sit there and say, oh, now you got to do this or do that, or you got to talk like this. You got to know, motherfucker, we're not going to do that. You know what I mean? But, again.
Yeah, but that chick Jaguar, Jaguar crazy. Jaguar saying so much shit. It don't make no sense. And people be like, oh, no, that ain't happening. Shit. Jaguar, we have receipts.
Telling on everybody.
She do, yo. They fucked her over. You see why? You know why she doing what she doing? When she was working with, she started out with Puffy. She saw a lot of shit with Puffy, and they ruined her career because they thought she said something. After that, they started fucking with her, boy. You know, she disappeared for a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the fuck she was until I just got into it.
One of her biggest moments was, she did the Unplugged with Jay-Z.
She came back. She was just talking about Jay-Z. How Jay-Z and got. Ain't nobody noticed how the best of both worlds got silent. That whole video, that whole thing with Jay-Z and goddamn R. Kelly. They silenced that whole thing.
Absolutely.
They silent. I'm like, damn. I say, Jay. They say they silenced that whole thing. You're like, you don't hear nobody. They were like, they made great music together. And next thing you know, that shit was just silence. Jay-Z made them motherfuckers silence that shit. They said they want Jay part of that motherfucking beat.
Plus, they both fucked the lid before she was 21. Yeah, of course he can't hang with R. Kelly. I don't want it to come out that I fucked with her too before Dame did.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I meant to send you something.
Like, come on, man. Like, nah. Like, I was lunching off Keith Murray. Somebody was talking about Tico. Tagged me in the joint with Keith Murray talking about Foxy Brown. Giving them top or whatever. I'm like, yo, these niggas is talking about Foxy Brown like she wasn't like 16 or 17 years old, yo.
Which is crazy. They opening Aaliyah case back up, yo.
Yeah, because listen, they found out, but I said that. They found out it's a little bit more to it than everybody thought.
Hey, you froze for a second.
Oh, my fault. They found out it was a little bit more to it than everybody thought. Mm-hmm. And remember, I told you he couldn't make bail because Aaliyah's mother owns the majority of his publishing. Now it's coming out that he gave them the rights to his first 3 albums so that they wouldn't say nothing about the shit with Aaliyah.
Yeah.
So basically, Aaliyah's parents was involved too. And they sold their daughter. And her uncle, Barry Hankerson, because that's her uncle, and that's who owned the label she was on. That's who linked her and R. Kelly.
I forgot who they said that nigga name was. Yo, I ain't finished listening, but they were saying how the day she died, they opening the case because the day she died, she had did video, and they did all the stuff local in America, right? And then what happened was they did the blacks, the green screen stuff. So Dame Dash, they was like, we're gonna go over where she died at.
She died. She was in Jamaica. She was leaving from the Rock the Boat shoot.
Yeah, but she died. What country was that? Country she was in. Aaliyah didn't. First off, Aaliyah didn't want to go over there. No, Dame Dash told her not to go, and then he was like, "There's no reason for you to go." They said they want to do some scenes out there. So anyway, make a long story short, Lenny Kravitz had offered her a bigger jet. They turned it down.
Heard that too.
There's a dude that was there that worked for the airport. Worked for where the private jet was that they took. They said that Aaliyah was so drugged up. They snuck Aaliyah some type of, and Aaliyah didn't even know that she was going on it
because she didn't really want to fly.
Right, but they gave her something, and
so that she would, yeah,
so she would get on the
because
plane.
they said that they carried her on the plane.
Yeah, but the new shit coming out had a lot to do with why she was even there. Not just also with like the stuff we was just talking about, and saying that almost like Aaliyah was trying to get out of contracts and stuff with people that was not doing her right and everything. It's a lot to it, yo. They already opened that fucking case back up. Somebody going to jail. It's gonna be a couple people going to jail.
Yeah, Tiara, they did. They said she was afraid of flying.
It shouldn't even have took her over there. They had already finished the video shoot with the green screen.
Mm-hmm.
And Damon Dash told her not to go. It's a name that keep coming up. It's a name that keeps coming up. If you find this shit on YouTube, you've been hearing this name a lot. I just can't remember it. Yo, I got so much shit in my head. But the Bama, they trying to lock his ass up after all them years, yo. Them niggas were doing a little wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking that little girl, putting her in all these different situations where she didn't need to be. All of them old ass dudes was fucking that young ass chick. That shit won't make no motherfucking sense. And then it's just crazy, yo.
I think when she started fucking with Dame, she was an adult. But when she was fucking with Jay-Z and R. Kelly, she was a teenager still.
That shit crazy.
You know what I mean?
Right, Tiara know a little bit what I'm talking about.
The emergency call that got her on that flight.
It's a lot to it though, bro. Somebody ready to go to fuck jail.
Well, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah, it's just crazy how, you know, she in pictures with multiple different adults at that age, and you think to yourself like, all right, I've raised 3 daughters. You know, how could you allow somebody to do something, especially where her father was in her life? You know how we as men can manipulate young girls and stuff like that, entice them with things, and you allow that to happen to her for some bread. And then when she died, you want to cry about it. What's the cry about? You put her in that situation, bruh.
Facts. All facts. And the same thing with any of those other girls. Them other girls who parents was whatever.
Nah, with R. Kelly.
By the time, and that's the part of it, yo, the part of it that always fucked me up about it was by the time these people knew that their daughters were around R. Kelly, all the other shit had happened. The video with him peeing on a 14-year-old had already been out there.
Hey, my daughter can't come over your house.
Yeah, she can't hang with you, nigga.
If she can make music with you,
hey, I find Bernie Gordy or somebody or something.
Listen, I would have quit my job and been there with them making music every day the whole time. I would have quit my job. If you gonna tell me she gonna make this bread, shit, long as we keep it studio, yeah, she come. When she come, I'll be right there on her ass like the tag on her shirt. I'll be right there on her ass.
Hey, yo, that's why with the chick Sparkle, yo. I'm like, yo, you said you went to the studio numerous times and saw your niece in the studio.
And they ain't say nothing.
And didn't tell her to leave.
All them rappers seen that shit too.
Yeah.
All them rappers seen and security guards. When they was on tour, R. Kelly and Jay-Z was on tour. They was sitting there watching him every night prey on young ass girls, but ain't none of them say nothing.
They
Then
say that's
after he
why.
get
They
locked up,
say
want to
that's
talk
what.
about it.
Yeah, they say that's what ended it. That's why his boy maced him behind that shit.
But how long did you take to do that?
True shit. True shit. But from my understanding, he had been saying something about it from the jump of the tour.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yo, this nigga weird. This nigga doing some weird shit. This shit look weird. And then when he finally confronted him about it, it was a little beef or whatever. So he was like, oh, okay. And he maced him.
Yeah, he wouldn't even let him in the room. Everybody.
Yeah. Jay-Z, right-hand man, Ty.
Yeah.
They say he did it. But again, a whole lot of people knew what he was doing and they allowed it. And
them dudes be around him all the time.
Like, it's like I said, but they were talking to the girl.
Fighting.
What'd you say?
Him and LL Cool J was fighting.
Who? R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I seen a podcast where LL was talking about how he popped.
They say he whooped Jamie Foxx ass too.
Yeah.
Fox
said that shit. Jamie Foxx said, "Yeah, man, I hit LL ass and he ain't go nowhere." Nigga said he ain't go nowhere. I looked again.
Said LL cleaned this shit.
They just got friends like last year or 2021. They squashed their beef. After all them years, they would work together. They ain't speak to each other. None of that shit. You must thought LL was somebody else.
Hey yo, nigga said mama said knock you out.
Right, like you ain't see the video.
And you wasn't boys
and rock the bells.
And then the motherfucker was like 265, 270 for the part. Come on.
They got a song called Rock the Bells and Mama Say Knock You Out.
Right.
You ain't supposed
to.
You gotta kick him in his balls, yo. You gotta kick LL in the balls, B.
Nigga said, I take a muscle-bound man and put his face in the
Like, Jamie Foxx, like, you ain't hear that?
Nigga said because he did I Need Love, he was a punk.
Shit.
They say he brought that up, yo. They say he made the comment like him doing I Need Love made it easier for rappers to do girl songs.
Yeah, wasn't nobody doing that shit.
That's what I said. A couple people was like, man, that's what I said. The only two songs out that time that was dedicated to girls was Roxanne and Lovers Rock by Tila Rock.
No, what's the name? That float on. Nah, what's the name that float on? Stetsasonic. Remember that joint?
That was before I Need Love?
That was around that time. You know, Stetsasonic did the song Float On, Float On. And all of them said
that was on that. Hold on, I'm ready to find out. Hey Google. When did LL Cool J release I Need Love?
The release date of I Need Love was May 29th, 1987.
That was May 29th, 1987.
Yeah.
Hey Google. What year did the band Stetsasonic release Float On?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
I don't know. It might have been before. They saying that's too. Hey Google. What year did the rap group Stetsasonic release Float On?
The release date of the hip hop band Interlude was February 5th, 1991.
91? No, that was before that.
You're
right. That was around the same time.
It had to be.
But I mean, what made an impact? Like, no, I never hit like I Need Love though.
Nah, fuck nah. Cause
when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call.
Right.
Oh, I need to.
Well, nobody got no shit like that, yo.
For the first time in my life, I see I Need Love. There I was, giggling about the games that I had played with many hearts, and I'm not saying no names. Then the thought occurred, teardrops made my eyes. As I said to myself, look what you done to her.
I think that was
Hey,
88.
Hey, yo, listen. LL was that nigga, yo.
Yeah. And I think that shit came out in 88.
I agree. LL made it cool for niggas to do songs about girls.
You heard me?
You said 88?
I think so. Because remember, I think that was on the same album. Yeah. Stat Troop 88. Yeah. Yeah. Some people don't like the way that Sally was. That was 88. Good job. Right here. Somebody did this.
And I like a woman with a realistic imagination. A woman that thinks for herself, starts are bold and free. And girl,
88.
the stars, this is the key. So just close your eyes, reach for love for your dreams. So listen up, young ladies, this is what I made.
All of them took a turn to rap, and they was like, "Hi, my name is Daddy-O, and this is Wise." And then they had this,
With Daddy-O, you float on.
and then they just busted like, "Hey,
They did it like the original song. My name is
Yeah.
Charles.
Loves to get away.
right?" They did the same
You
thing.
know,
Handsome.
long trips, weekend cruises, and faraway places. And if I had my choice, girl, we'd be in
And
the
then they
land
just
of
bust
our
the rap.
Just think of a land, a lovely land, and in that land.
See, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
but that was around the same time. I Need Love was 87, so that was the year before. So you right then, because LL motivated shit like that. If they came out in 88 and 87, he did that because that was one of my when that
Yo,
motherfucking-
Bigger and definitely know when you're standing on the Corvette like, with the Kango bucket.
Yeah.
Man, I still remember. I went to Landover Mall for my birthday, and I got Bigger and Deffer.
Yes.
I got Salt and Pepper, Hot, Cool, and Vicious, and I got the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff Rock the House album.
That was this shit.
Not
People,
he's the
hey,
DJ
Will Smith
out the
was a
rapper,
beast back in the day, yo.
but Rock the House, cause we rock the house. There is no doubt. It's
Now we were beatboxing Ready Rock C.
Turn it out to turn it out. We down with the DJ Jazzy Jeff, and you know that we are deaf, that we deaf, and you should not settle for less than the undisputed best. That's right. We remember that shit, yo. Come on, man.
Yeah, boy.
Come on, man. That was when hip hop was fun, man.
Well, when he did that motherfucking, you should have seen the people dancing and shaking and grooving and screaming and yelling.
Brand new funk? What?
That was it.
What?
It's when brand new funk came on in the party. Get down.
Yeah.
Brand new funk. What? That shit was it.
You should have seen the people dancing and shaking.
Yeah, that shit
You
was
people dancing and shaking. You should have seen them people dancing and shaking and moving and yo, your boy was in the joke rocking and the joke rocking the dance. Yo, that was the shit, yo.
Remember, what was the dude's name that did the Skinny Boys, the Human Jock Box?
Remember them?
My nigga.
Remember the Skinny Boys?
Oh shit! I had crates.
Remember the Skinny Boys?
I had crates of cassette tapes, and then I worked at Kent Mill Records. Woo!
Me and Kamala just watched Disorderlies of the Fat.
Oh yeah, that was my shit.
Yo, listen, the Human Beat.
Yeah, I watched their what's the name? Their Unsung like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know who Kool Rock Ski was. That nigga lost so much weight.
Kool Rock Ski's still the only one living now.
Yeah, what's his name just died in 2021? Big
2020. He died from COVID. Didn't he die from COVID? Prince
I
Markie
don't
D?
remember. I don't remember, yo.
I want to say he died from COVID. Yo, that's crazy though.
Yeah, old boy died. That bitch got huge. He died young too, though.
And
Puffy.
I didn't know. You know who his baby mother was, right?
Who that?
Queen Pen. And a
Oh,
party,
yeah,
and a party was ran on. That was his baby mother.
yeah. He had just made another song too.
Yo, the human beatbox was that nigga, yo.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And Dougie Fresh.
The greatest entertainer, boy.
The greatest
That
entertainer.
first album when that second one, man, that shit.
Keep rising to the top, boy. Keep rising to the top.
Ready. Man, I listen to that bitch so much.
And or cut that zero. I get with that zero. I just say yes. I don't want.
Yeah.
That's not the way it goes, and I will take you to every
Let's
fresh
go.
show.
Yeah.
Cut that zero. Yo, that was the shit.
That shit
yo,
fire.
That shit used to be fun, man.
Yeah, hip hop was fun.
Remember that?
Who else was it?
Kwame. What? The rhythm?
I'll tell you who was my man though. That nigga EST.
Oh, the Act Nicholas one.
Yes, sir. Landscaping. Mentally shaped. Yeah, 3 times dope.
Funky dividends. That funky dividends was it.
That was what?
No.
The niggas from Main Source could rap too, yo.
Hey, yo. That motherfucking Faking the Funk.
Yeah, that's on that shit.
What?
Man, them niggas was beast mode.
What? That nigga Large Professor was spitting.
Yes, sir.
Remember that? Hey, yo, you already know one of our favorite joints, the Scenario Remix. Oh, my
God.
God.
Man.
Yo,
here in 1992,
we present.
All right. When that one beat came on, yo.
All right. And he goes by the name of Check the Ride. Wrote that ass.
Yes, sir. Shit.
Yo,
one of my favorite joints was Buddy too, yo.
Oh yes, absolutely, Buddy. That's Native Tongue.
Yes, sir.
One of the best rap crews ever.
Everybody on that bitch.
One of the best.
Ain't nothing gonna never. When that motherfucking Scenario came on, that remix came on, that beat, yo.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you who played it for me. Fucking Dave Matthews, yo. He used to be the counselor down Aubrey Court Rec, yo.
Get down.
And I will go down that joint and work sometimes, yo. He played that joint the first time I heard that.
Man,
the fabulous. What's the Scenario remix? I was like, what?
Where's there? 7 MCs.
7 MCs, 6 which are in physical form, 1 which is in spiritual essence. And he goes by the name of
It.
Listen, and the beat was fucking bananas. Yo. And that was Q-Tip, yo. Q-Tip.
Well, I'm gonna tell you another song that set me off when I heard the beat to the doing doom 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 rock him. Check out the melody.
Check the melody.
Woo. What's that?
No, that's not Deadly Melody.
No, that ain't Check Out My Melody. That's oh, how could I forget that? That's one of my all-time favorites.
With the crowd.
That is Check Out My Melody. Check out my melody. That is Check Out My Melody. That beat, when that beat came on, that shit was everything.
Yo, Rakim, it'll always be Microphone Fiend for me.
Always that shit.
It'll always be that one. Cause he spit through the whole
joint.
He never stopped rhyming. Like I always say, that's one of my favorite all the way. Ghostface Killer, Mighty Healthy. The joint, when we hug these mics, we get busy. Come and have a good time with G.O.D. I love that joint because he don't never stop rhyming. He run all the way through that bitch, yo.
When Wu came out, Wu had our whole school. I mean, it was crazy because I worked at a record store, so I was actually on I was on all different coasts. But around here, it wasn't too many people really listen to like down south and all the other regions. They was straight New York rap. Everything was East Coast rap. I was on everybody because I knew about fucking what's the name? I knew about that Southern Palelistic thing. I knew about Andre 3000 them before a lot of motherfuckers.
Outkast. I listened to that last week when I was at work. I just played the album.
Listening to that bitch. I never stopped this. That's one. The Southern Playalistic. Hoo. My white owls are burning kind of slow.
My favorite my joint's that motherfucking intro when it
Oh yeah.
You smoke a dime.
And I smoke a dime.
And I smoke a dime. Yo, that was my shit.
And my joint, I hear voices in my head and they keep calling me. That's my favorite joint right there.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
But that Southern Playalistic, when I first heard that joint,
classic fucking album.
The way they started flowing on that motherfucking the song, not just the album, but the song. That way they was flowing on that bitch, that shit set them apart.
Yo, that nigga said time and time again, say y'all be thinking about the future. Back in the day when we were slaves, I bet we was some cool ass things. Yo,
yes, sir.
I heard him say that. I was like, oh yeah, and then that ATLiens. Oh my god, that was a
criminal.
I always say that's when Outkast was in their prime. A criminal.
It was pictures of on some other shit.
A criminal.
What?
That nigga said, thanks to the niggas that's on the blow that run up in your crib, which contains your lady, and the 8-month-old child, you true blue about this music, but they do not want to hear it because they rather be bouncing and shooting and killing and bouncing and shit. Get down. Yo.
Them bitches was on some other shit.
I heard that shit. I said, no. I said, when I heard him say that, and on a criminal, when I heard him say, sin all depends on what you believe in. Faith is what you make it. That's the hardest shit since MC Ren.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, now that a criminal shit. Man, people thought I was tripping. They like, yo, you listen to that bitch so much, them beats on there, and then that's when I was smoking weed heavy too. I said, you can't listen to this shit without smoking no weed.
A criminal album, come on, man.
What about the I'm gonna tell you who else set me apart. I always loved Ghetto Boys. When they came out with that joint with Big Mike on it, and they did
the Resurrection album.
No, not that one. The one with Crooked Off. It's Crooked and the Serial Killer and the Straight Gangsterism. What? 7 years old, looking up to the gangsters in the hood, cause to me and my cousins, yeah, they represented good. That Straight Gangsterism. Say, big baby. Look at Mike did, yo, funky bitch. Really no. That shit was my AC. That was my shit, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I love them niggas, yo. No. But ain't nobody take over. I don't care what nobody say. Out of all the shit I was in, because I was straight hip hop, I never seen a takeover like I seen a takeover when Wu first hit. We was loving, I'm telling you, when Wu came out when I was in high school, them niggas took over. They had white boys knowing every motherfucking word of that protect your neck joint. And I'm saying niggas was singing everybody verse the whole way through, walking through the hallway. Cause you know you could listen to headphones when I was in school. We could walk through the hallway, listen to headphones and shit.
Yo.
Man, that motherfucking Wu took everybody by storm.
The first time I heard Ghostface check the blast from a height verse, my Glock burst, leaving a hearse. I did worse. What? That nigga said I'm more rugged than slave man boots.
Yeah.
New recruits. I'm fucking up MC troops. I break loops and trample shit as I stomp a mud hole in that ass because I'm straight out the swamp.
Right. Them
Man,
bitches,
nobody was spitting like them, yo. Like my favorite rapper is The Genius, yo. Like, and then Redman.
My favorite rapper always been Tikal, man. Out of
The Genius and Redman, yo.
Yeah. Out of all of the Wu, my favorite rappers was Tikal.
So Wu Brother #1. That Tikal album is oh my god. That was one of the best fucking albums in '94 ever, yo.
When him and Redman mixed.
And then There's a Dark Side came out. That remember they dropped that when they dropped Tikal. They dropped There's a Dark Side. It was called Month of the Man, Method Man and Redman.
Yeah. When that nigga, when I first heard, like I used to like Keith Murray too, but because I was on the Hit Squad and what was the other motherfucker?
What?
With K Solo and all them niggas came out, man. Everybody on their shit was coming out.
You know, at one point, all of them was in the top 10 hip hop.
Yeah.
One time. EPMD, Das Effects, Redman, and K Solo.
That's who stole my heart first, right there, out of rap groups. EPMD.
Yo, it's no better rap. EPMD is the best rap duo in history.
Yeah, man.
What anybody say?
It was crazy. People
say Run DMC, but you can't call Run DMC a duo because they had Jam Master Jay too.
Yeah. They had
duo EPMD. That was it. Yo, what?
No, Run DMC set the tempo for a lot of shit. Cause when I was young, they was everything because they was the only ones that like it seemed like Run. I didn't even know that, but DMC wrote most of all they shit.
Yo, DMC can still to this day. DMC does no wrong. Yo.
Yeah, that
I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
That nigga can spit, but Run has had that look. Run can spit that shit too.
He does no motherfucking wrong, yo. Listen, DMC, what DJs and MCs coming up next? The one and only incredible Jam Master. Back up off the road, pump. Beats to the rhyme of the rhyme I just made. Party at the jam and you like the night fade. Do it, and then Jay in the back like that on the table. Just go. What, yo, D, that's me, the king, the MC. Rhyme, get mine on the TOP. Can another MC ever fuck with D?
Hell no.
What? Come on, man. Come on, man. But yeah, like when you say hip hop duos though, yo, like nah, yo. Yeah. Eric and Parrish making dollars, yo.
And I wish
snapping neck and cashing checks.
Brand Nubians had a stayed out. Brand Nubians had some good shit too.
One for All classic album.
The classic.
Listen. I be listening to like what I figured out how to do with my YouTube shit is I'll just play a song and then it'll create a playlist. And today I damn sure heard One for All. I had to be the swinging notice like my name was David Ruffin. Quick to toast an MC just like an English muffin. Don't worry about a thing because the poo was never bluffing. I get headache from the whack. So then I take a buffer and I'm back. I'm waiting for what?
One for all.
Don't drink Psycho, won't sink like a tanker. Knock the boots off a skirt, Casablanca, then a finger. Listen.
Main source. Grand Poobah, when he first came out, he was killing people, yo.
Fire, yo, could spit, yo. Like, and I say this.
360?
Who?
The song 360.
Yes.
Cool. Well, then he did the joint with man. I be Poobah on this year, the nigga from last year. Baggy. That was my shit.
Tommy Hilfiger owes that nigga millions of dollars.
Yeah, he put the ass on the map.
Tommy Hilfiger. Grand Poobah should never have to buy Tommy Hilfiger a day in his life for the rest of his fucking life, yo.
That nigga was killing it.
But you know who, like, yo, I was talking about this at work, yo, and one of the youngest was trying to learn. You know who don't get props, yo? And he was a lyrical nigga, yo.
Who that?
Heavy D, yo.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was like, yo, I played You Can't See What I Can See.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's him? I was like, yo, Heavy D was one of the most lyrical motherfuckers out back in the day, yo. Don't think just because he danced that he couldn't spit.
Nah,
come on, man. His verse on self-destruction will always be my favorite Heavy D verse.
I'm gonna play you something.
The boy said, let's get together because we're falling apart. I heard a brother shot another. It broke my heart. I can't understand the difficulties, people. Love your brother. Treat him as an equal. They call us animals. I don't agree with them. Yo, that's the shit. What?
You ever heard it? Oh, you ever heard this before?
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maryland.
I'm gonna just play it.
Now you'll be so dialed in every.
This Biggie, Heavy D, Biggie, Tupac, and Grand Poobah. You ever heard this?
Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Untouchables at the door.
Heavy, kill that shit.
I'm talking about this side, that side, east side, west side, your side, my side. It's all.
Hey, now I'm gonna tell you like this. This motherfucking. Hold up. I'm gonna play one part. This is my favorite verse out of right here. This is my favorite fucking verse of a song, bro. Y'all find that shit. Pop kill this shit.
Forever thugging on the quest to get G's, running from enemies ever since the days of the siege. I'm under pressure. The stress of having to drink and thinking niggas have to leave. Much too paranoid to blink. Wonder why the police don't want the fiends stacking G's. They ask to play, but I will let them catch me. I gotta thank the Lord for the weed and the nicotine. I can't sleep, close my eyes, I see wicked things. I keep a pistol by my bedside. One in the chamber, preoccupied with homicide. My life is danger, rolling down the 45. Beware strangers, hand on a 45. That's what the pain does. I'm probably wrong, but I'll never know until I'm gone. Come out the gutter where the jealous motherfuckers wrong. Pass the weed, let the Hennessy get the
weed.
That shit right there.
Hey, yo, listen. Like, you can't take away Tupac's impact. People try to compare him and Biggie. Listen, at the end of the day, Biggie could never do what Tupac did, and Tupac couldn't do what Biggie did either.
I think Tupac did everything.
I feel like, what's going on, Miss Green? What's going on? I feel like they represented the spectrum of greatness. Like, but they was cut down too short.
Biggie was cut
down. Biggie never hit his prime, yo.
Nah, that's why I don't understand.
Biggie never hit his prime. So that's why when people try to compare them, I don't do that because Biggie never hit his prime.
Nope.
Tupac hit his prime. Tupac's prime was Me Against the World. That was his prime.
All eyes on me.
And that was when he hit his. No, listen. I say Me Against the World was his prime because he was in prison and his album was platinum.
That's right.
That was his prime. Now, Me Against the World, I mean not Me Against the World, but All Eyes on Me. That was now I'm coming to get the props I should have got for this other album. But I'm gonna do it this way.
Dominique, what's up, lovey?
Tupac, you can never, never, like you can never count out what he did and what he means to the culture of hip hop. I can't understand how straight up and down hip hop fans do not give that man GOAT status. He did everything. He started off as some revolutionary shit, some
He did it all. He went from gangster shit. He went to party songs. Give me some of that thug passion, baby.
Yeah.
Now that nigga hit everything. I'd rather be your Nigga. Biggie had 2 albums, yo. I don't know how he got gold status and Pac didn't. I don't know how.
Biggie had a lot of features that was crazy too.
Yeah, I mean all that shit, but Pac did too. Everything Pac was on, he killed everything Biggie was on. He was killed, but Biggie only had 2 albums. I can't. There's some people, and I'm not saying that Biggie would have did this, but you don't know what Biggie would have did if he had left Puffy, because a lot of people that left their original roots, they could still rap, but the music wasn't the same. I'm not taking nothing away from Biggie, but I always like Pac over Biggie. I always thought, because people say Pac wasn't a lyricist, but Pac did everything. This joint, I mean, he did everything. They said that pussy is paper, poetry, power, and pistol. Plotting on murder and motherfuckers to get you.
He was heavy with that alliteration.
Talking weed is opposition, myself, the clock, genius. The enemy scattered suicidal situations. Man, all that shit that he was saying, man, come on, man. Pac,
he had his lyrical moments, absolutely.
All that shit he was doing was lyrical. Then he could rap about politics. He went from politics to street shit. Then he went from street shit. He made the love song joints. Man, come on, man. Boy.
Yo,
I
always say this. This is what always, when I say this is what I always feel like made Biggie the best, or gave Biggie GOAT status. This the verse. In the commission, you ask for permission to hit him. He don't like me. Get him while his wifey was with him. You heard of us. The murderers more shady. Been on the low lately. The feds hate me. The son of Satan. They say my killing too blatant. You hesitating. I'm in your mama crib waiting. Duct taping. Your fam. Destiny lay in my hand. Gat lays in my waist. Francis M to the SH phenomenal. Get the best under the chest body abdominal. Write a few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows so I can pick a few hoes. Excellence is my presence. Never tense, never hesitant. Leave a nigga bent real quick, real sick. All nights I perform like Mike, anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, Action, Pat Gun. That shit was fucking crazy.
Nothing was better than, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When that bitch say, what you think all the guns is for?
All purpose for.
Not the Rockwellers by the door.
Facts.
When I heard from the start of that song to the end, I was like, this one of the best rap songs ever written. And then when you watch the video, it summed the shit all up.
Biggie was one of the best. He will go. I have to say, he will go down in history as top 5 storyteller.
Yeah. Scarface.
He said Scarface and Kool G Rap was 2 of his biggest inspirations for storytelling.
Scarface is to me, Scarface is the real GOAT. Him and LL Cool J. Because of longevity. I give Jay-Z the GOAT status too because from longevity. Because even though I don't like him, I don't take away from what his accomplishments was. From coming from Hawaiian Sophie to all this shit he got now. People was tripping off Hawaiian Sophie, but that was the type of music that was going on in that era. The niggas that's talking about that Hawaiian Sophie shit was dancing to that shit. Because when Hawaiian Sophie was out, Jazz and it was a whole bunch of other people that was making rap songs like that. Like, Slick Rick them was writing songs like that. So they was actually flowing a little. They was actually flowing on there.
Another one of the greatest hip hop storytellers.
My
top 5 hip hop storytellers: Scarface, Kool G Rap, Biggie, Slick Rick, Nas.
My shit always Scarface. To me, I love Tupac. I always gave him a GOAT status. That's just me. I always love motherfucking Scarface because the story that man,
His storytelling ability was fucking
one
beautiful.
for the
Yeah.
hustle. 2 times the mathematics. Long as I could grind, I'm stacking, scratching. Because money got is money where you find it. Rise is coming out your account to start declining. Now you're grinding. I got you on a major chase for paper. And now you got your eyes on my vote trying to take the paper. You're fakers. I lead niggas with dreams to face Satan. Patient. With infrared beams just waiting. Patiently. I would have thought a heated conversation. He spoke with his killers, but now he's got to face me. Man, that shit right there. That nigga said, I don't want, he said, you owe me, but I want it all, and that's that. But bitch, you got to pay with your life and not scratch. Don't want no money.
My favorite Scarface album is, I don't know. It's a tie between The World and Yours and The Diary.
The Diary, that is a total classic. Everything on there.
Bro, I remember I bought The Diary. I played that joint back 5 times in a row.
Total classic. The White
5
Sheep.
times in a row I played.
God. Homie, don't believe that song. That nigga's wrong.
Yo,
Gangsters don't live that long.
my joint was, please excuse my ass. Sorry if I'm being rude, but I got something to say to you. Hoping you won't lose your cool. I want to take you out.
That was my shit too.
That was my shit. And the wall.
Him and what's his name? Killed that
Big
shit.
Mike, yo. Like Big Mike, yo, like I feel like you know what my joint was. Fly hoes and chains and flag and thing. Just another young nigga having thing, man. That was my shit. You couldn't tell me Big Mike wasn't gonna be that nigga out Texas show.
Your boy know Big Mike already killed his ass.
You couldn't tell me Big Mike was not gonna be that nigga out Texas show.
Jay Prince Sr. Jay Prince, Big Mike did a lot of time. He just did a podcast about Jay Prince Sr., telling everybody that how that nigga was a foul ass motherfucker.
I gotta look that shit up there.
Yeah, it's fresh. Big Mike ain't been too long ago get out of prison. Yeah, he ready to kill Jay Prince Sr. ass.
You know who else album I listened to, yo, and a lot of people don't give credit, Sticky Fingers, that solo album.
First Onyx. When Onyx, that Sticky Fingers joint, that shit was crazy.
Back the fuck up.
When that shit came on in the club.
You back, motherfucker, the Onyx is here. They said, I hate your fucking guts and I hope that you die.
Sticky Fingers, but
my name and my life is a lie. Plus, I'm having a bad day, so stay out of my way.
Put the pistol back that our way. To say in the neck of time, I commit the perfect crime. Then then I write it in a rhyme. Don't feel pain because
it's all in the mind. It was mine is mine and yours is mine. Don't fucking break. I'm gonna rob your ass blind. Onyx is with the bomber clot boy. Buck.
What? Remember Sticky did the song, you remember the song, sucking the next nigga dick. Oh shit. You remember that on Onyx joint?
Yeah, hell yeah. Me and Jack, the Black Vagina Finder.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
Sticky Fingers,
I always thought he was a super lyrical nigga too. I'm gonna say this.
He is.
I was listening to the other day, Brother Jay from X Clan.
Vainglorious.
Grand verbalizer, what time is it? Walking, stomping in my big black boots, living off the earth, eating herbs and fruits.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
People wasn't even ready for that shit when we was young, bro. That's why they didn't get the props that they were supposed to. Because remember, everybody was on that political shit for a minute.
Thanks.
And then when
and glorious.
Yeah.
In Cadillac, this is protected by the red, the black, and the green. With the key, you sissy. Come on, man.
He wasn't ready for that shit because they came out with some shit.
brother Jay was lyrical as a bitch. Enough
Yeah.
Tretch too, yo. A lot of motherfuckers don't give Tretch his props. Tretch
Yeah.
was a lyrical nigga too, yo.
But he did because you know they gave them some of, like, they had some of the greatest hip hop ballads, like
Hip hop hooray.
yo, Holly, if you hey, oh,
Hip hop hooray.
OPP, all that shit. That Tretch and them got their props. They got their props.
Yo, that 1993 album, dude, that's my favorite album. That's my favorite album from them.
Wasn't Queen Latifah on that one?
She was on a song on there.
Yeah.
The Wickedest Man Alive.
The Wickedest Man Alive was my shit.
Wickedest Man Alive.
Man, Latifah rocked that shit.
Did it with
her first album. Give it to him, Queen. That shit was a classic.
MC Light. We were talking about MC Light.
Classic.
Motherfucker, you could cha. Took this
that shit. And when she hit your girl off, though.
Thus far. Who?
Goddamn hoe, shut the fuck up. Here we go again. Damn, what she would at her ass.
Listen, yo, that was listen, man.
Dedicated to honoring us, the mystic. The thought it wasn't coming out with some exquisite rhyme.
Well, now I'm back to playing the facts.
What?
Hey, yo, I listen to the symphony at least twice a week, yo. Big Daddy Kane, best closing verse ever. With that song. Like, yo, and I'm saying, like, when you hear the radio version ain't as long as the original version. When he get into the "You Got the Groove" MC,
they say he didn't even stop.
Still, right? Listen, that's my shit. But oh shit, it's 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah, I seen the joint, but you know he didn't come to the he didn't come and do the video with him.
Who?
He was beefing with them at that time. Kane didn't do the video.
Yeah, he wasn't on the video set.
Yeah. But they said they were tripping off him because they were like, once he started flowing, they didn't even want to stop the song. They ran out of tape. They wasn't gonna stop the song. They ran out of tape. Because I'm saying everybody killed it. I think they said they changed the lineup, but the way they lined it up with Craig G and that, oh man, and then
that song would not have been with Kane. If that verse would not have been better anywhere but at the end.
It had the way they set that song up. It had to be exactly how it was.
You had to shut it down, yo.
Because your boy, everybody killed it on there. Everybody killed it, but Kane just.
Boy said, put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself like a game in the arcade. You need far aid. I'm walking the path that Allah made. Yo, come on, man. Listen, yo.
I'm ready to listen to that bitch in a few. I'm ready to listen to that.
Right. But listen, y'all, appreciate y'all. We back. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. Appreciate y'all.
You know what I mean? We'll be back next week. And think of some shit to talk about. We gotta come up with some more shit. I gotta holler at my peoples again too. Boot Mob. I'm trying to have them back on again. They got that show this weekend with Capadonna.
All right, everybody. Also, when you finish, we gotta talk about that fitness thing real quick before we go, and then we get out of here because we want to get rolling on here. But you were saying about your cousin now.
Yeah, next week y'all can go follow them on IG, Boot Mob Records. But they got a show Saturday with Capadonna and a couple other groups, but it's up in Massachusetts. So that's gonna be crazy. And I'm gonna see about getting them back on Tuesday so they can let us know, give us some highlights from the shit.
They might get caught in a blizzard out that bitch this time of year.
Crazy up there, right?
Man, my ex family live up there, man. I went up that bitch, they got hills everywhere and they snow like crazy. But anyway, yeah, y'all check them out and support them dudes because they doing all independent work and they got their boots on, so check them out. But we trying to cause C gonna be part of it. A couple people part of my text about this health thing. Rolo got a great idea, and you know, Rolo like to talk just like me, and he got good points for everything, yo. That's why I put we just want to play with our grand angels, because he like, man, you know, you want to be out there with your grandkids and shit, running around playing and enjoying them. So we trying to get some, man. If y'all look, it's a lot of us dying, and a lot of people that we're friends with are dying, and they are so unhealthy. And people look bad. I'm still heavy. I'm trying to lose this weight, but I'm getting it off. I'm actually down. I'm actually down right now 5 pounds, yo. I'm actually down 5 pounds. I was just eating this plant-based smoothie. That bitch tastes horrible. I might put some fruit in that bitch or something. That bitch horrible. They working, yo. They meal replacements. But I appreciate y'all for coming out.
Absolutely.
See, thanks for being you, and we out here doing what we do. So
Alrighty. We see y'all next week, next Tuesday. And y'all have a good one.
yep, y'all have a good one. If you know Aquarius, y'all suck. Aquarius season coming, baby.
Crazy. Who don't love
Aquarius season coming, baby. If you
I'm
ain't
gonna let you have it because your birthday coming. I'm gonna let you.
Damn right. The big 5-0, B.
Word.
You know?
Go get the ARP card lined up, player.
Already got it lined up. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage.
All right, man. Go ahead and take your old ass sleep, man.
All right, love y'all.
All right, love you back, B. Wow.